Alright guys, welcome back. Central Florida Prepper, and I've got a new toy. Came in the mail today, a little tiny box. We're fixing to open it up and take a look at it. I am afraid it is not the wind turbine. That's actually supposed to be delivered today, some point in time. Odds are it will be like 9 o'clock at night. Seems like any time I really want something, it drags by. But anyway, guys, we'll open this up and take a look at it. Okay, guys, so got this in yesterday, actually. This here got to me before the wind turbine we ordered. This is just a little electronic meter. I like how they put smart homes. Yeah, right. This is just a shunt, so we can gauge out our inputs. The reason I wanted one of these is I want to be able to keep an eye on those turbines. Right now we just got one for testing purposes. If all goes well, we'll get some more. I want to go and buy a whole bunch of these things and then they, not worth a damn. So, alright, so just a little box. Actually, I think it's supposed to go that way. It's got a little electrical schematic on it. Hopefully that comes up. Real simple. You got 4 lugs there. What else we got here? Good old instructions. Alright. I'm not going to sit here and read it for you, but it does have the wiring diagram again. It also has measurements so that if you are going to make a cutout, so you want these things to recess into some type of board for electrical and stuff. Actually pretty nice, they already have that. Looks like it's in millimeters. Who uses millimeters? I usually don't mess with anything smaller than a 1/16. But that's quite alright. Alright, let's go ahead and get to the shunt. This is supposed to be 0 to 100 amps. I don't know if this will pick up without glaring too badly. Oh, I just got some lugs and screws. What in the world? Okay, I'm new to these things, guys, so if any of y'all are expert, you see that? That cut right there where my thumb is? It looks like a saw blade has hit this. I don't think that's supposed to be there, guys. I think that is a defect in this. Let's see if I can get a better picture of that. See that? Odds are, during manufacturing, being a welder and steel worker, they had these strips of metal standing just like this, going into a saw to slide them in, and somebody dropped the saw blade on it at the wrong measurement. They picked up the saw blade and got the right measurement down, and then they finished cutting. I don't know if that's going to affect the whole thing or not, because it's not like it's a regulated circuit, going through. All it is just current. I believe that with that being there, that would drastically reduce the amperage rating, since it is not a solid piece anymore. Then again, they may have intentionally cut that out, so it would be a 100 amp rating shunt. Like I said, I'm no expert at this, guys, so please, if you know more about that piece right there, see that slit, let me know. And it is an accident. It feels like an accident because they didn't even bother grinding the backside where the blade actually pulled the metal through. Anyway, guys, we are going to go ahead and wire this thing up. Since I am waiting on, excuse me, I've been dealing with a head cold. Feels like it's went down in my lungs. I had bronchiolitis a lot when I was a child, and it doesn't take much to inflame my trachea and all that, bronchial tubes and all that good stuff. So I do apologize for the hacking. Now, I'm going to go ahead and wire this thing up and hook up to our existing panel system that we run on the house. We're actually boxing up a lot of stuff, guys. That way we are prepared for our move early. I am a Capricorn and I do not procrastinate. So a lot of our panels have been boxed up. We have 200 watts on the roof right now that I'll leave just for interior lighting to help with the power bill. And we'll go ahead and hook this up. So let me go ahead and wire this up. That way that part's done. Alright guys, so following that schematic there, I'm going to go ahead and hook all this up. I had tried to use my 10 gauge wire and it would not fit in the inserts in there, so we had to change the gauge of the wire to a thinner gauge. I am hoping that it works. Trying to keep my hand out of the way of the camera, guys, because I know how annoying that can be. Alright, so keeping the stunt there, the shunt, not the stunt, the shunt. Alright. Technically, sorry guys, I am just looking to make sure everything is hooked correctly. Alright, so for my power to my battery, I am just using a clamp, and that goes into this bottom. Yeah, this is some very, very, very tight. I wished it would have allowed me to use a heavier gauge wire, especially if this thing's supposed to be reading up to 100 amps. Seems awfully flimsy. But I am no expert at this, so with that in mind, since I am no expert at this, I do not know. Alright, so the next wire will be going to a DC in, which we'll be using this, and it will be going on the lug here. I'll tell you what guys, when you're looking at a diagram and you're dyslexic, all kind of good stuff can happen. But since we only have one hot wire, we've only got one red, so thankfully that helps out. Alright, so we have battery clamps onto that because according to this, that second shows that this lug goes directly to the negative of the battery, and then I need to run a jumper to that section there. Alright, so with that being said, we'll go ahead and get ourselves a jumper wire, and that means I need to unhook that all over again. Now, obviously, this is not the correct way of wiring things, but this is just for a test, because I want to make sure this thing works good before I go and buy a whole bunch of these. I hate to buy all the ones I want and then they not work for what I want to be using for. So we will just be using this currently to test the solar input that we got on the roof right now. We took down a lot of panels and we put a lot of stuff in our storage facility because we are moving soon in preparations of Wyoming. I have family in Panama City that has property, and they have agreed that we can park there with our camper and save our rent money since we're not staying here anyway, and that helps us out. So yeah, we'll be heading to Panama City soon, so I'm just getting everything tested out, guys. I don't want to run up to Wyoming and not have anything tested and then, whoops, this doesn't work. If you guys understand what I'm saying on that one. Alright, hooking up our second wire. Like so. Okay, so next plug connects to here, which is this wire right here. Correct. Okay. And then our last lug goes in here. Okay, so this last lug will be for the negative. Let's see if that zooms in. Would be for the negative for our load, and we would tie in our positive on our load on this right here, which would just go to the battery too. But since I'm not hooking up to a load, I am just trying to see what our solar output is. I'm not too much worried about that. So I'm going to snap that down, and we'll go ahead and plug this thing in and take a look at it, guys. See what's going on with it. Alright. Okay, got everything wired in. That blue is pretty bright. 12.86 voltage, power 0, energy 0, current 0. I do not have this hooked to a load, so I am unable to check that out. So it does work. That was the whole purpose of me checking this out. Make sure it lit up and all that good stuff. So yep, I'm happy with that. Alright guys, so that is that. Like I said, I just ran off this, that way I just hooked up to the battery so I can check out the battery. I believe if I hooked up directly to the solars, negative and positive coming through, I believe that would also give me my incoming wattage and amperage. So I got to find out if I need to install this prior to the charge controller or after the charge controller. For those with that type of information, I would really appreciate you to let me know. I'm thinking that I need to hook this up prior to the charge controller, run it down to the charge controller, and then from the charge controller to the battery, I think. Or it could be the other way around. So for the electronic geniuses that are out there, and the ones that definitely know 12-volt systems and this thing in particular, please feel free to comment. I would really appreciate the extra help. Like I said, it just showed the voltage rating on the battery. Now, I did not have it under load or anything else like that. I think I have to wire directly the solar panel, but I'm not sure. I don't want to fry it. So a little help would be much appreciated. Alright guys, so like I said, I don't know everything. I always proved that many times. So any little input would be great. You guys have a great day. For all the veterans that are out there, happy Veterans Day. I usually don't try to get into a lot of stuff during the holidays, my own personal reasons, but I definitely want to say happy Veterans Day to our military and the families of the military. So with that guys, I will speak to y'all later, and y'all have a great day.